Hey everybody, and welcome to Sam's Cool Colors. Today I'm really excited to be joining you from my new studio where we're going to draw, color, and do all sorts of wonderful artwork together. Today we are going to color this page of Squirtle from Pokemon. So all we'll need are 6 colors to do that, and I'll show you which 6 colors those are as we go along. We are going to first start out like we always like to do here at Sam's Cool Colors with some fun music so we can create a wonderful coloring page of Squirtle here, who is a tiny turtle and is a Pokemon character. So what I want to do is start out with Squirtle's mouth, and we will use the color red to color the inside of Squirtle's mouth. And if you want to color along with me, you can take a look in the description and I will put a link to where I found this coloring page online. So if you want to go step by step with me, we can do this coloring page together. So now that we used red on the inside of Squirtle's mouth, let's use a pink color to color in Squirtle's tongue. And one of the things I always like to do when I color is I like to first color in the shape of where I'm using the crayon. So right here, you can see I'm going around Squirtle's first, and this helps me to then go up and down with the crayon. A lot of times people ask me, how do you color so nice? How do you color so neatly? So this is one of the tips, is use your crayon to make that shape first. You go around the shape and then color in the same direction. So right here, you see that I am coloring up and down, up and down. Many times people will color different directions, right? All over. And the coloring page doesn't look quite as neat, but you can color any which way you like. That's the fun part about coloring. But if you want to make it look a little bit cleaner at the very end, I suggest you try going up and down in the same direction. Perfect. So here we have Squirtle's mouth colored in. Next, we can color in the front part of Squirtle's shell, and we're going to use the color yellow. So if you have the color yellow, use that color to basically go around Squirtle's front shell. And again, try to trace out all of the different angles that you see with your crayon first. This is going to help you create a border so you know where to stop your crayon. Okay. Again, another tip to making sure we are being as neat as we possibly can so it comes out great at the very end. And so now we just want to go in there and have some fun. Let's just go with it, right? Get that crayon working. Our bright yellow color is coming through on Squirtle's front. And this is, again, the front part of Squirtle's shell. And we can just go up and down. You see how I'm going in the same direction, just for that consistency. And at the very end, when you see it all come together, it will make a lot of sense as to why we want to color in one direction. So we're about halfway here on Squirtle's front shell, the front of his body. And yeah, feel free to go as fast or as slow as you like. This is totally your page. And even if you want to paint the color a different color, we can do that too. I'm just using the colors that we're used to seeing on Squirtle, but you can choose any color you like. And then once we're done with Squirtle, the front of Squirtle's shell, we're going to do the back, which is a very small piece, so it should be very, very quick for us. And we're just about finishing up here. So now we have Squirtle's front shell colored in nice and yellow. And next, let's try to take any sort of brown color you might have. This is called the tan color, but it's in the brown family. And we're going to use that here in the very back. It's only a very small piece, but let's nonetheless color it in. This is the back of Squirtle's shell. And we can give that a nice color that looks like a turtle's shell. So now we have Squirtle's front and back shell completed. We're going to use red again on the inside of Squirtle's eyes. So his eyes will be red in this particular coloring page. And we can just do that very quickly. 1 and then 2. Great work. Great job, everyone. Now, let's use a light blue color for Squirtle's skin, or if you have a light green color, we can also use that as well. So either color will work for Squirtle. We see pictures of Squirtle having a light blue or a light green. So here we're going to use a light blue color and just color in all of Squirtle's body. So let's start out with his first arm over here. And again, I'm going to use this technique where I'm trace around the outside or the inside of the coloring page line. And this way I can know where to stop my crayon once I hit that area, and then I can just color it in nice and neat. And you can take your time, go as fast or slow as you'd like, or you feel comfortable. But for me, I like to just make sure I do that first because it keeps me within the line that I want to continue to color in without going too far out, right? So here we have Squirtle's arm finished. Let's move on now to Squirtle's tail, which will be the same color. So go around the tail and I will follow that line very easily. And here you can see it's all coming together really nicely. For Squirtle, as we color him in more and more, is turning bluer and bluer. Very nice. Let's do his leg next. And if you stay to the end, what I want to show you is another little thing I like to do with some of my pages, which is draw a border around with another color just to give the page something extra. So stay to the end and you'll see what I mean. So we could do that with Squirtle. And it's just a little trick I like to also do sometimes just to have some fun with the coloring pages. And his leg is coming out really nicely. Again, continuing to use the guides that I created with the lines, because then I hit those guides and I just keep going and I know where to stay within. We'll leave Squirtle's face for last. And so we can go here with his second arm, up and down. And you let me know in the comments, do you have a favorite Pokemon? If so, leave it in the comments. And if you'd like for me to color that Pokemon in the future, I can definitely do that. So leave me a comment, any of your favorite Pokemon or favorite characters. I want to work all of the characters into the channel in the future. Again, like in this new studio I have, we can do a lot of fun coloring activities, drawing activities, and artwork in general activities. We'll be doing a lot of fun things together. So leave a comment what you want to see on the channel. and I will be looking out for all of the comments that come in. I appreciate it. So let's take a look here. We're almost done with Squirtle's last leg. And once we're done with this leg, we're going to move on to Squirtle's face. Awesome. So now, again, I'm going to go around and trace the shape of Squirtle's head, because then it gives me a guide for where I should stop my crayon. Okay? So we're going to do that, and then we're going to have some fun coloring it in. So, see where we are. Okay. So here we go. Up and down is just the way I prefer. If you like to color left to right, if you like coloring left to right, that's okay too. I just prefer up and down when I color. But what I would suggest is, if you do color left to right, just keep it that way for the entire page, because then at the end it will look really, really nice, and you won't have lines going all over the place, if that makes sense. I'm also going to color around Squirtle's eyes to make sure that I do not go inside of the eyes as well. So just another tip, even if it's on the inside, you could do the same tracing to help you stay within the lines that you want to stay within. You see how that is helping me stop there on the bottom, and it's helping me stop on the top. Very nice. So we are almost halfway here with Squirtle's face, and just finish this up. And what I want to show you at the end is another little thing I do from time to time with the border, just creating a nice little border to give the coloring page a little more design and a little bit more color and life. So we're almost there. All right, so we've colored in Squirtle, and if you want to take it up just a little bit and do something a little extra, you can take any color you like. In this, for today, we'll take orange, and we're going to draw a border around Squirtle, and then we're going to color that border in. So here's what I mean. Let's start here on the left side, and what we can do is follow the lines that you see around the character. So here we have Squirtle, and we're just going to take our crayon and we're going to draw the same line as best as you can. It does not have to be perfect, but what you could do is just take it, follow the line, try to do the same thing you're seeing on that line. You see right here, I'm going around the finger, around the other finger, around this finger, and now we have a big half circle for Squirtle's head. So we're going to go around Squirtle's head, follow that circle as best as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then we're going to do the same. Keep going. You're doing great. Like that. Here, around. So we're basically mirroring, doing the same exact thing that we see on the coloring page with our crayon. And what this will do at the very end is it just gives us a nice effect, a border effect, and it just enhances the picture that we'll have at the very end. And we are done. So here we are, we drew our border, and now the last step is to just color it in. And you can kind of take your time with that, but I'll go a little bit quicker. But you can see we're still just following that same shape. So you're just going to follow the same shape you just drew, and you can go up and down with it or just follow the angles. In this case, it's a little easier to follow the angles than to always go up and down with your crayon or side to side. So I would suggest just doing whatever feels comfortable. For me, this feels comfortable right here. Just going up and down with it. And especially around the head, it's like a round shape. So I'm just reaching over to get a better angle for my hand. Whatever feels right for you. That's the wonderful thing about coloring, about drawing. We can get so creative. We can be as creative as we possibly want to be. We can draw whatever we want, color whatever we want. And sometimes we can get creative even with the colors. Sometimes I'll color a certain character a different color and they say, why did you color this character this color? And it's like, hey, I want to be creative. In my mind that day, that character was a different color. But generally, I like to try to be somewhat consistent with what we know the characters to be, but sometimes we'll do a little different. That's the fun part. So we're almost halfway to coloring in this border, and you start to see how it gives you just something different, something a little unique. If you want to take your coloring page to another level, you can always do that by just adding a little border and giving it another color. And then you obviously move on to the next coloring page and do the same thing over and over. That's the great part about artwork and having a great time with everything we're doing. So I hope you're having a fun time here. If you are, give us a like and continue to check out the channel. I want to have more content for everybody in the future. Like I said, leave a comment. I would love to hear from you all and see what you want to see on the channel. I also will be doing drawings, coloring pages, artwork of all type. So let me know what you'd like to see. And I look forward to doing some more fun things in the future with all of you. So we're almost there. Hang in there. We're just going to finish this, and I want you to see what it looks like at the very end. So we are going to just finish out this last piece. And again, this part's optional. You don't have to do the border, but if you want and you have some extra time, you can go ahead and just try to color it in and make some more colors out of it. I mean, if you want to have a really good time, you could also do another border around it with a different color. So orange and then green and then blue. Make it almost like a rainbow, right? But for today, we'll just do one color. And that way, we can see how the end looks in this picture. All right. We are just about there. Excellent. So there we are. We are finished with our picture of Squirtle. You can see we colored in our picture, but we also added this really cool border at the end with our orange. Again, you can use any color you want just to be a little bit more creative. So that's it. I hope you had a wonderful time here today with me. Again, look forward to doing a lot more coloring, drawing with you in the future. Be on the lookout for the channel and subscribe for more. And I'll see you all next time.